Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch, back with my friend Nick. How's it going, Nick?
It's going good. It's going good. Finally got over. We're past Valentine's. We're in the clear.
I know.
I think we're in the clear.
I know. Okay. I'm so happy. So happy. And my motherfucking kid, man, he comes home and he's showing me all this shit that he got his girlfriend, right? And I'm like, well, oh, God, he got her flowers, he got her this, he got her that. And then he's like, oh, I got to run back to the store because I forgot to get something. I said, well, you know, I like flowers too. I mean, he still never brought me anything, that little fucker. Fucking kids, man. Little asshole.
God. Speaking of Valentine's, we didn't get any goddamn stories from anybody. Remember to email us at ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I know. We need your stories, your comments, your tips, your life lessons, anything. We'll take it.
We do. Interactions with Nick or myself. I'm stunned because just last weekend I was filming a movie in California, Bring Me a Skin for Dancing In. And while there was this guy and he's like, your name's Erica. And I said, yeah, I'm Erica Dyer. And he goes, oh, I listened to your podcast. And I go, Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. And, you know, we shook hands and said hi and all that. He's probably on my Facebook. And I'm like, oh, so you're one of my 40 subscribers? But yeah, he didn't even write in. He could have wrote in and said he met me. Oh, good Lord. I don't know where people are. You tell us stories.
Oh man. Well, anyways, how was that shoot? Did that shoot go well?
It did. My turnaround time to California is what made it so rough because there's a 4-hour time difference, I believe it is, for me. And so I flew in on a Friday. So I get there and it's, gosh, it says it's only like 7:00 and I got an Airbnb and I was trying to do it more cheaply because I was only going to be there a couple days. And so the Airbnb that I got was one that had a shared bathroom. Oh, dear God. Because it had 3 bedrooms and each bedroom could have a couple in it. And then there was one shared bathroom. No, thank you. It was a fucking disgusting bathroom. I actually took pictures. I'm not going to complain because, you know, fuck, I'm the one that chose to share with these other people. So at my age, the hostel environment, because that's what my son said, I kind of described to him as what it would be like staying at a hostel, is just not me. You know, with strangers, we all share a bathroom, you know, nah. No, not me. So I'll have to keep that in mind for next time. But I got there about 7 and the homeowner, she messaged me and said that they were having a Valentine's party, live band, music, you know, all that stuff that night. And she invited me. But shit, it was like 11:00 our time here. And by the time I got settled in and unpacked, decided, you know, put my outfit out for filming the next day, I'm like, fuck, it's like midnight back home. I'm ready for bed. I can't handle this. So I went straight to bed. Next day, got up, got ready for this movie. Didn't fucking eat all day because I didn't feel like ordering in. I didn't feel like going anywhere. My body, you know, just that fucking jet lag, man. I know you felt that before. Shit fucks you up. Went and filmed. Yeah, it does.
Because, like, you know, you'll get up at your normal time or whatever, and it, you know, maybe it's like 10 or 10:30, 11 or whatever, and it's really like 8 or like 7 in the morning. Like, nobody's awake.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So I filmed the next day. That was fun. Filmed with Vernon Wells and some others. Great time. And then I had to catch a flight like at, you know, 7:00 the next morning. So I went right back to my room and went to bed, and then the next morning, I didn't know where the hallway light was. So I'm like trying to carry my suitcase in the pitch black down these stairs so I don't like crack my head open on their gosh darn foyer. But hopped on a plane and flew back on Sunday. So yeah, I flew in Friday night, flew back out Sunday morning. Yeah. Yeah, and then I just couldn't. I collapsed when I got home. I'm like, my God, I feel like I'm dying. So
yeah, and I assume you're going through LAX and like fuck that airport.
Yep. LAX. You know, it's I don't know why I keep going through LAX. Because yeah, when they dropped me off, for some reason, they had the plane that I was coming back home on flying out of international flights. And so they dropped me off over at American, the shuttle did, which is where you would expect it to be coming.
Domestic, yeah.
No, I had to hoof it all the way. And I'm like near tears because I don't want to miss my flight. And I'm like, I can't find my gate. And they look at it and they're like, well, that's international. You got to go clear down there. And yeah, so then I get down there and finally ask somebody. She goes, okay, you got to go to this right-hand side, go up the escalator, go through security. I'm like, thank you so much. So I get to the escalator, and this dude's like, can I see your ticket? And I show him, and he's like, oh, no, you got to be on the other side because I had TSA pre-check. He goes, TSA pre-check is on the other side. And I'm like, oh, good Lord, I just want out of this goddamn airport. I can't handle this shit. Oh God.
You need to okay, if you're going to California a lot, fly into I think it's like it's the Orange County airport. It's like fucking Clint Eastwood Airport or some bullshit like that. I forget what it's called. But it's like it's like the distinction, I think the letters are S and A when you put it into
okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's John Wayne Airport.
John Wayne Airport.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's small. It's in Orange County. But it's probably a little bit more expensive to fly in, but at least it's not ridiculous to get in and out of. Yeah, it's way better.
I mean, I seriously was about to cry. I'm like, here, go here. This is your terminal. No, you got to go here. Oh, no, you go this way. Oh, no, you go that way. I'm like, my God, they're never going to let me leave.
Okay, at the John Wayne Airport, there are probably 10 gates at the very most.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of like we are here, our little airport.
Yeah, there's probably 2 terminals and like 10 gates. Like it's not that big.
Okay.
I've flown because like my family's really close by, like they're 10 minutes away from there, so they're just like, oh, fly into that one, and I have to, and I did it one time and I was like, this is fucking wonderful. There's nobody here. Easy as hell to like get for somebody to come pick me up nicely, not having to
run
across the lanes and get hit by a bus and or limo, and and having traffic, the whole thing. It was real nice. I was like, geez, I'm just gonna fly into here from now on. Shit.
Oh God. Yeah. Take one of those damn shuttle things that make you feel like you want to vomit as it zoops around the corners, and you're like, my God. Yeah. That was in Houston, because that was my connection, was in Houston, and of course, I had to change terminals because my fucking gate was on the other side. And take one of those damn zippy things. It's terrible.
The little trams to get through the airport. Yeah, Atlanta has that, and it goes from A to D or A to E.
Yep.
I forget.
Yep. Yeah, and see, I thought Atlanta's was bad. Oh no, this one that they had in Houston, my God, because Atlanta's at least is mostly straight. You just start, stop really fast.
Yeah.
This one in Houston, man, it was going around these curves like a roller coaster. You're going around all these curves, and man, yeah, I don't know how I didn't fall. I had some guy holding my back. He's like, I'll hold you up, because I'm like, man, I'm going to fly off. I think I was holding on to some girl, Because I'm like, there was nothing for me to hold on to. And I'm like, sweetheart, I'm going to hold on to you. And then this guy behind me, this old guy, he's like, and I'll hold on to you. We'll get you there. I'm like, oh, you're so nice. I just want to get out of California. Get out of Houston, get out of California, go home. Oh, Lord. But yeah, so that was fun. And then actually, that wasn't last weekend. That was 2 weekends ago, because just recently, just this past weekend, I had my, how they said a night of elegance is what they tried to rename it. But in the past, they always called it the adult prom. And it always took place at like one of the bars. And then since one of my girlfriends and her husband now own a reception hall, they moved it over there. So went to that.
Nice.
Yep. Kind of depressing. I had to like try 3 different outfits to find something that was dressy enough for a prom that I could fit into. My God, I was about ready to give up on going, because I'm getting that odd shape. It's like I've lost weight, but I've lost it like in my chest, not my ass. So like this one dress, which was gorgeous, it fit perfectly waist wise, like the bottom half, but the top half, I'm like all gappy and shit. I must have lost like a cup size, I guess. God. Oh well. But the party was fun. It was all you could drink.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
I know. Tell me about it, because there weren't that many people there either. And so we were pretty much just running around drinking, kind of like the parties back in the day. And I know I shouldn't do shots. I know I should not do shots. That's just a given for me. No shots, Erica. And yet we're at this event, and my one friend wanted to do a shot, and I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and do one. And she wanted to do a shot of black cherry vodka. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'm like, ooh, that wasn't very good, but okay, one shot won't kill me. And then a little bit later, we did a shot of, what the fuck else did we do a shot of? Oh, God, I'm starting to like feel it now. Fireball. She wanted to do a shot of Fireball. So in between here, I'm drinking rum punch. And
that's not bad.
Then another friend wanted to do a berry bomb. And then a little bit later, this was the last shot, a banana liqueur, or whatever it is.
Was Tipsy Bartender there doing fucking bartending for you?
I'm like, what the fuck kind of mixture?
It's all sweet stuff and like bombs and shots. Like that's all the shit he does.
And see, that's the thing. I don't drink the sweet stuff anymore. I will captain. I could drink a bourbon. I can drink your whiskeys. I can drink your colored hard liquors. But drinking that sweet, sugary shit, it tears my stomach up.
Yeah.
So,
it's bad for you. Actually.
Yeah, man.
When me and the guys from the podcast went to New Orleans one time for WrestleMania, we did what was it? It was a haunted drinking tour. And so,
that sounds fun.
It was in New Orleans. We kept doing like these sweet. They keep giving us these sweet drinks because like that's the tourist shit there. So Kendo, who was there with us and that was his first trip with us, he kept taking them. He was like, I want to get drunk. I want to drink whatever, this and the other. And he would drink. He also drank more when we got back to the room. Like it was bad. So we're getting up one night to go use the bathroom, and I hear him like this all of a sudden get up and get on his hands like he's doing a push-up, and there's just like this column of liquid coming out of him.
Oh,
like, God.
Oh God.
And I throw him the paper towels. I'm just like, here you go, buddy. He's like, thanks, and then just like flops back down. I'm just like, oh God.
Oh God. Yeah, all that sugary shit. Have you ever had morning recovery?
No,
have you ever tried it?
No, I have not tried it.
Okay. So have you heard of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I've tried it, and actually it really does help, because when I used to drink before, and then I quit for many years and then started again. But when I used to drink before, I would get a hangover so bad the next day, it would actually transition to more of a migraine because of the dehydration, the constant vomiting, the pressure on my head from leaning down, shit like that. Morning recovery, I still can feel it the next day. I might still get sick the next day, but everything is less. I'm just very tired. So I took a morning recovery before I went out, and when I got home, I don't think I threw up when I got home, but I did throw up, but I don't think I threw up when I got home. So when I got home, it was only like 11 o'clock, right? So I had my morning recovery. I had stopped drinking, had a little bit to eat, and I went to bed. Well, I woke up the next morning to my one son. I guess he was locked out of the house. And I said, did your brother let you in? He goes, no, I crawled in the window, because there's this one really tiny window that he crawled in. And I said, well, you should have knocked on my bedroom window. And he goes, Mom, I did. I was like, oh, well. He goes, I thought you'd hear me, because Xerxes, my one cat, came to the window and was looking out of the window. I'm like, no. And the window was like right there at my bed. So, oh well. But I got up the next morning, and this is terrible. You'll never want to know this, but I'm going to tell you anyways. So I got up the next morning, and I went pee in that, and I'm standing there, and I actually am thinking, I don't feel so bad. My stomach is upset, but I knew it was going to be upset because of all that sugary shit that I drank. And I was like, man, I think I'll feel better if I throw up. And I started feeling it come, right? Well, I don't like to bend over the toilet, and I'm old. I don't like to get down on my hands and knees in front of the toilet. And I don't have the most common sense of everybody I've met, but so my bathroom sink, it has it's missing like the drain thing, the plug thing. So it's really just like a hole. And so I threw up in the bathroom sink, and I'm like, okay, this will be okay. And fucking wouldn't go down because I had eaten like raw carrots and there were green beans, and it was like this sink full of fucking vomit, right? And I'm like, well, it'll drain. I'll rinse it later. And I lay back down. I get back up a little bit later, and I try to rinse it out with water, and it won't go down. It's still there. So we had this Drano, and I got this whole thing of Drano, and I poured it out there. I'm like, okay, I'll let that sit for a little bit, and I'll go lay down. And got up later, and it was still sitting there. So I'm like, okay, well, can you plunge a bathroom sink? So I took the plunger, and I'm like trying to plunge this bathroom sink, and it like brought more food up out of the drain, but it still didn't go down. It's just like sitting there. And then I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Well, now my kids are up, right? They got to use the bathroom. And of course, there's Conrad, like, the sink is full of your vomit. And Zachary's like, what is the green stuff? I'm like, oh, I think that's green beans. I'm like, how fucking humiliating. It wasn't until like 3:00 Sunday afternoon that I was able to get the sink unclogged, because I kept going in there and trying to think of different things to get it to go down. And I had a wire coat hanger, because I told them, I said, what was probably happening is the food I ate was heavy enough. It probably is like sitting there, and the water can't push it up over, because you know how drains are. They do that loop thing under the sink instead of just going straight down. And so I stretched out a wire coat hanger, and I shoved it down in there, and we put another thing of Drano, and I got the sink unclogged. But yeah, I was like, my God, Erica, that was not bright at all.
That's incredibly disgusting.
No, you want to know something that's even more disgusting.
Jeez.
So that made me think of, my son has told me before, This was when I had accidentally I was taking my makeup off at the kitchen table, and there was I had the wipes that I use to take my makeup off on the table, and I'm talking to my son there at the kitchen, and I grab a wipe and I'm wiping my face off, and I'm like, my God, my face really stings. That stuff really took my makeup off. And Zachary goes, are you sure you didn't grab the Lysol wipes? Because they're laying there too. I'm like, oh, I think I might have, because my face really fucking stung, man. It like took off a top layer of skin. So, and he goes, my friends always think you're so smart. And I am. I'm one of those people that I am intelligent, but when it comes to common sense, I have no fucking common sense at all. I'm just like my mother. I moved into my house. God, this is one that's really going to disgust you. I'll never date again after this, I'm sure. As if that's on the horizon, right? So I moved in to my house, was it in 2010? I think it was like the summer of 2010. And shortly after I moved in, my basement flooded with raw sewage, right? Well, my friend Kathy, she sent her dad over. So her dad came over with a pair of waders. He goes down in my basement. So he's standing there with these boots on, these waders on, right? And my older son decided he wanted to go down there too. Of course, he doesn't have anything to put on his feet. He's down there barefoot, walking in this basement, and it was almost up to our knees. And there's Conrad sitting on the steps. There's poop! There's poop! Like, there's shit floating around. There's tampons floating around. There's everything that had been flushed floating around. So her dad's like, well, I can't fix this. You're going to have to call like Roto-Rooter or whatever. I'm like, okay, this is humiliating. But I told the kids, I'm like, okay, well, we can't use either one of the toilets because they both flushed the same thing. And obviously they're just going to come back up. Well, come to find out, because I called Roto-Rooter and they sent this little old guy, sweetheart, came out, right? So ever since I was little and had hit puberty, my dad used to always get super pissed at me and yell at me, don't flush your feminine items. And I'm like, I'm not. Well, in my intelligence, tampons can be in a plastic applicator or a paper applicator, which is flushable. I thought the tampon itself was flushable. I've been flushing fucking tampons for like 25, 30 fucking years.
Oh my God.
And my dad would get so pissed at me. And it wasn't until then, that moment, Kathy's dad waiting down in my shit and my tampons. I'm like, huh, that's what my dad was talking about.
Damn. Oh man. That reminds me of this my last apartment before I got my new place. It was like October. It was like in October of 2019. I woke up one morning to use the bathroom. Like I woke up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, and all of a sudden I see like my tub is full of water, and my toilet's like full as well, and it won't flush.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, somebody takes a shower on like the floor above me, and everything starts to flood. And so like this not being the best apartment complex, I called the people and kept leaving a message. And then like, I could hear people upstairs doing their laundry and taking a shower and using the bathroom and everything. And everything just started to fucking flood, and I was just like, oh, this is goddamn disgusting. I wanted to throw up. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And like, it was a shitty apartment because like the bathroom There's only one. It was a one bedroom, one bathroom, and the bathroom was like right next to the closet. So like there was a layer of carpet underneath that went to the closet, and everything got ruined in the closet as well.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it was just fucking terrifying. And like I kept calling the apartment complex because I had gone to a friend's house for a day or two just to kind of like get a shower and like be a human for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, we cleaned it. Yeah, it's fine. It's done. We figured out the problem. I was just like, oh god. Apparently, what happened is like there was a pipe outside the because I was at the bottom of the apartment complex. There was a pipe down there between both complexes that becomes into, I guess, a Y shape that goes to one pipe. I think you could tell where they had like gotten the jackhammer, drilled it, replaced the pipe or something, or unclogged it, and then put cement back over it. And I was like, that's fucked up, because it was clogged all the way back that way.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. And so like they didn't really clean anything. My bathroom was still like in fucking tatters, man. I had to put on a mask and just kind of like put everything in a trash can and put it the fuck outside. I was like, this is terrible. And I had to go through my closet and get all the clothes and everything that were just bad and put them in a trash can and fucking whatever.
They should have paid somebody to clean up.
I agree, and I was trying to get like insurance and things to go through. I did the insurance thing, but still, like it was a shitty apartment complex where, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but like none of the workers spoke English. They spoke Spanish, they spoke Japanese, and they spoke like German, or sorry, no, Russian. And it was like none of them ever spoke complete English, and it was like terrible to communicate with them. They eventually got a company to come in and put in one of those like humidifiers or dehumidifiers to get all the fucking moisture out of the wall and out of the carpet. They vacuumed everything up. They put new padding underneath wherever it had like gotten bad. And I came back after they were done doing that, and they had taken my entire bed apart and shoved it against one wall. So it was apart, and everything else was like in disarray. And I was so pissed off. I was like, I'm moving the fuck out of here. The first chance I get, I'm getting the fuck out of here. But yeah, it was a terrible experience. Like I was like, it was terrible because for the next, I think, 6 months, whenever I heard a flush from the upstairs thing at night, I immediately freaked out. It's that bad. Where like I would wake up out of dead sleep and just be like, just waiting for it to like go all the way down and making sure it didn't go into my fucking tub or something.
Oh no shit! Because could you imagine if it would have like came onto your bedroom and like you stepped down, like it flooded enough?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what happened the first time. That's what happened the first time. It came
out
of the bathroom and like into a little bit into the fucking carpet and the padding. It was terrible.
At least at my house, it was our own sewage. God forbid it's the neighbors. Oh shit!
But I mean, yeah, there were constant problems with that fucking bathroom, that apartment. Like I'm just very, very happy to not be there anymore.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
It was constant problems. Always calling the repair people and trying to get them to fix something, and you could tell you could see where they had like done the patchwork before, and this is just like the patch is done. They had to put a new patch on it.
Yeah.
They didn't actually fix anything. They just kept patching shit.
Oh, I hate that.
That's basically what it was. Like you could see where they had like where the problem has come back and they have to like cut out the patch and put in a new one. You can just tell.
Instead of just doing it right the first time.
Yeah, it was terrible, and I was just kind of like, yep, first chance I get, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yep. No, don't blame you there. Don't blame you there. But I know what you're saying, where it's like you get that tear when you flush the toilet and it doesn't go down right away and you kind of see it and that water's rising or...
I hate that too because then I'm just like...
No, what's bad is my one son. Oh my God. This is terrible. Will plunge the toilet because like... If he has to plunge the toilet, I'll hear him in there, and he doesn't. The way that most plungers work, you're supposed to like press the air down. You're doing it hard enough. You got that air pressure. It's the air that's pushing it down. No, he's in there like he's like you hear splash, 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 like he's just like shaking the shit around in the toilet with the plunger. There's sprinkling water everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't have to do it like that because you're obviously not doing anything to the clog itself. You have, oh my God, I can't believe I have to show my adult child how to plunge a toilet, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, no, yeah. Thanks for everybody listening to our section about shit. Thank you for
that. See what you're missing when you guys don't give us stuff to talk about?
I know.
They need to. Now, hopefully, next week be a little more exciting because, once again, I'm running off to film another movie. I swear to God, these movies will start coming out. I swear to God, they are. Maybe. I don't know. I have no control over that. I may even be cut from them. I don't know.
Jeez. I really hope not. Some of the effort you put into, some of the effort that takes to, for you to get to the places and do the stuff and everything. Jeez, I hope not,
know.
Man.
I actually thought I was going to be able to be an extra in like a mainstream movie. There was one filming over in Central Illinois, and the casting director, I had did. It was a casting company. We're looking for background extras. You'd get paid a little bit more if you brought your car, and they gave the dates. It was like a 2-week period that they're filming. They asked what dates you're available, and I gave them my dates, and I got an email, and they asked if I was interested in coming in for one of the days for 12 hours. As a matter of fact, it was today. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I'll come in. And they asked a few questions. What kind of car, blah, blah, blah. And they said, where do you live? And I said, well, Indiana. They wouldn't take me. I'm like, motherfuckers, I pay to be in fucking movies. All I got to do for yours is show up? Let me. No, we're only taking people that are local. And I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. And then the next day, I got like another email from them. Hey, are you available for these 2 days? And I'm like, well, now I'm confused. Do you want me or don't you? And then the girl's like, oh, I'm sorry. No, only Central. I said, because you don't have to pay me. Fuck, you don't have to pay me anything. I'll do it for free, as long as I don't have to pay out of pocket. But no, they wouldn't take me. I thought I was going to be able to be in a mainstream movie. I think it was going to be on the Hallmark Channel or something like that, but they wouldn't take me. I can't. Just like my fucking sex life, I can't give the shit away for free. Oh, I have to start paying somebody to fuck me. Oh, good God.
Oh man. Well, I've got some good looking friends in Atlanta. If you ever need a good time, they're clean and they're cheap. So.
Oh, good Lord. Maybe so. I keep telling myself I'm not going to make it to my 50th birthday. Don't do it, Erica. Why are you doing that to yourself? But then I look at some of the guys out there and I'm like, eh. Although, did meet a cute guy this weekend. I did.
Oh.
He was cute. He was in his 30s, though. Late 30s. Actually, no, he might be in his 40s now because he graduated the same high school I did, I think, in 2000. So, I don't know. I can't do the math.
That'd be in his 40s for sure.
So, I was like, very nice. He was fun. He was partying with everybody. But then he said he had 5 kids. And I'm like, I must have got this look on my face like, ugh. Ugh, 5 kids. Because he goes, I really love my kids. I said, yeah, but you got 5? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you.
Wow. 5. Jeez.
5 kids. Good for him for being so fertile. But
yeah, apparently. Yeah. Hopefully it's not 5. Hopefully it's not 5 different wives as well. Hopefully it's all from one woman or at least the 2 of them, because that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot of kids. Although I did go graduate with a guy who came from a family of 12 children. Yeah, they were Catholic, and his oldest brother was my dad's age. Like, the parents were very hardcore Catholic, so they had tons of children. But that's okay. And now I'm trying to rescue another fucking cat.
Oh, gosh.
So this cat showed up on my porch the other day. Mangled face. I think it. When I first looked at it, I noticed like it had blood across the top of the eye. It had a flap of skin below its left eye. And I swear to God, it looked like this black hole looking back at me. And I'm like, oh dear God, it's like that Stephen King movie, Pet Sematary, where that fucking cat shows up on your porch.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh, that cat got in a fight. That poor baby. So, well, of course, I've been feeding it and it keeps coming back, and it sits like, it'll sit on my front steps or sit in front of our door for me to come feed it. So every time we go up to the door, it's like, oh God, that cat is there again. I'll be like, oh, you.
It's this terrifying, ugly thing. It's like, oh, okay, it's just a cat.
Yeah, I swear to God, it looks like it was dead, and like, yeah, it was sad. Now, if I could catch it, I will take it to the vet. Conrad's like, we got our own pets. Why are you out there feeding this cat? I said, because that's sad. That poor cat's missing like his fucking eye, man. That's gross. I said, he's going to get like maggots in it if I don't catch him. Now that it's starting to get warm out. Oh, God. So I was actually laying on my porch earlier today, like straight up laying on my porch with I've been feeding him every day, twice a day for the last about 5 days. And he came out and was eating. It's just as soon as I move, he runs off. He hisses and then runs off.
You're going to have to get like food in one of those carriers or something and trap him in it or something and
yeah,
take him off to the vet or whatever. And,
I went and I bought a fucking kennel thing tonight. I'm going to start trying to put I know, like I don't have my own shit. Like I can't pay a bill. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, so we're done with the cat because I got to tell you this.
Okay.
The IRS thing has been taken care of. So now
finally.
It's Dyer Group LLC. So you're going to shit about this. So the lawyer that was, he did the addendum on the land contract for that building I'm selling. And I had asked him, hey, could you look at this? I said, with my company, I have it, set up with the federal government as an LLC. State looks at it as incorporated. They've been audited every year for like the last 7-8 years, lost count, blah, blah, blah. I said, is there any way you could look at it for me? And he's like, yeah. 15 minutes later, it was fixed. I got the conversion papers. I got the conversion papers from the state of Indiana. They were like, this has now been converted to an LLC.
Oh,
and I'm like, how much do I owe you? He goes, I'll invoice you. And I'm like, I can't believe I put that shit off for all these. That really pisses me off.
Well, hopefully now it's correct, and there will be no more auditing. You won't get those nice letters from the IRS saying, hey, we got to look at your paperwork again for the 8th time now.
I don't know. See, now they're probably going to be mad at me because I'm taking them to court over that additional fee they want to charge me.
Jeez.
I'm like poking the bear here, and I don't know why. I should just it's like $500. I should just pay it. I'm sorry. Please leave me alone now.
Jeez.
It's the point.
But you like poking the bear. That's who you are. You like poking the bear. It's fine. It's fine.
I do it. I don't know why. Like,
well, just be careful because the IRS agents now they pack heat. So be careful.
Oh, that's so stupid. That would be my fucking luck. They show up on my fucking doorstep with a gun. Of course, this is Indiana. Both my kids have guns. They would be like, yeah, we got guns too. What are you doing here? Fuck, even my sister has a gun. She has a concealed to carry. I think I'm the only one that doesn't, to be honest. I'd probably shoot myself in the foot or something.
I doubt that.
I got enough people around me that can protect me, I guess. All right. Well, I'm going to North Carolina then to film They Are Here this coming weekend. And then the weekend after that, I will be out in Long Island, New York, filming Amityville Turkey Day. So
Long Island, New York. I've never been out there. I've heard
Really?
things. I've heard
It's pretty.
things. I've heard things. I've heard it's the poor man's Hamptons.
I thought it was pretty, but yeah, the Hamptons are there. And I will tell you, when I flew into their airport there was this really rich couple that were probably headed to the Hamptons. But yeah, this really rich couple that were waiting for their vehicle. And I knew they were rich as soon as the vehicle pulled up. It was like one of those black Lincoln Town cars, extended, driver gets out. And it was like, oh, very lovely meeting you. How are you today? Oh, no, I'm not from around here. I'm just visiting.
Yeah, they have Dom Perignon and like fucking caviar in the back seat.
I was like, oh, I should have dressed a little better, I guess. Oh, well. Because I'm usually wearing pajamas when I fly because I don't give a shit. Oh, God.
Oh God, yeah. I always see that with some people. Like they'll have straight up fucking PJs when they fly and like flip flops to walk through security. I'm like, good for you for kind of preparing and not giving a shit.
Yep.
God.
I wear a sports bra, so there isn't even any underwire to set that damn thing off. You ain't stopping me. Just let me through. But it always cracks me up, the women that you see that are like dressed to the nines and heels and shit. I tried that once when Jen, Kathy and I went to Mexico. I wore heels through the airport and my fucking feet have never recovered, I think. God, I had blisters so bad. So fucking bad.
Oh man.
Oh,
No, when I go to the airport, I try to be as comfortable as possible. I'll wear my crappy shorts, a loose fitting t-shirt, my comfortable like slip on shoes, and just like fucking roll through. The thing I hate is like I always carry my computer and my iPad and shit with me, so it's like, they're like, and they bark at you like, take all your electronics and put them in separate bins. I'm like, shut up, I know this, just quit yelling at me. And you have to put like, and so like because of me being who I am, and like the computer, the iPad, and like the other bullshit I have like 4 bins for all of my shit, including my shoes. And, like they'll all have to go through. It takes forever for them to go through. Then I'm like hopping around at the end trying to get my shoes on, my belt on, and my pants up, and everything in my backpack so I can go fucking get to my flight.
Oh God! Why the rest of your shit's coming out and banging into everything out, and people trying to grab their stuff behind yours.
Yeah, and like they'll like the backpack I carry will go through, like they'll I'll see it getting like go back back and forth.
Yes.
Machine. I'm like, there's nothing important in there, just batteries and other bullshit and wires and charging cables and shit.
Back and forth.
Just let it fucking go.
Yep. There was once I did get checked. Well, I've been checked a couple times, but the friend that I was traveling with, she had got coffee, ground coffee for her brother, and it wouldn't fit in her bag. So we just put it in my backpack, and it went through, and they pulled it to check it, and I'm laughing. I'm like, ha, ha, ha. That'd be funny if it was that coffee, and it was. It was something with the smell. It set off their sensor or whatever. I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck kind of coffee did you get?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, do you remember Beverly Hills Cop 1 with the coffee?
No.
Okay, there's a whole scene where like these guys have transported coffee, this package of coffee to some guy in LA, and he opens it up and like in between the coffee is cocaine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they checked the coffee.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, because like that's an old school like 80s like movie trope and shit like that. That's probably what they did. They checked it thoroughly for like substances.
Yeah, so. It was just like a big, I don't know, 3-4 pound bag of coffee she put in my bag.
Yeah, they're making sure there isn't, like any cocaine or heroin inside
of
it.
We were coming back from Jamaica too, so I forgot about that part. But yeah, we were.
Well,
we were coming back from Jamaica.
Also, I mean, like, why are they? And like, that's another thing is like they should not be looking for fucking weed. I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous.
I don't know why.
That's like even if you bring a bag back, like who are you hurting with? Who are you hurting with fucking bringing back weed? Honestly,
I think
who are you hurting with that?
It's probably
who's
more
gonna get hurt by smoking a fucking joint.
It's probably more like you're not getting legal drugs like pain pills and shit that they can tax. I don't know.
I think pain pills are worse for you than.
They are. They are. But see, those are regulated, and it's actually business generating. Where
that's true. That's true.
Because if you think about it, like peyote and a lot of the things that they say are illegal are natural to the environment.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's because people can't make money off of it, really. Well, not the kind of money they can make from like Oxy and shit like that.
Yeah, and get people addicted and cause problems and all that other bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I am going to be traveling again next couple weeks, and so hopefully we'll have some more to talk about, and hopefully somebody will write in and give us stories, comments. Nick sightings. Come on. I know you guys are out there.
Oh, man. Yeah, hopefully. Just remember, ericadyerpodcast at gmail.com. There's also in all links link in this episode, wherever you're listening to the podcast, that you can click on and find us on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, other places as well. So we're everywhere, and you can leave comments on those things as well. We'll read them too. So anything and everything would be nice. We'd like some comments, some questions, anything would be cool, so we can read it on air. Because we always like hearing from the fans and people who enjoy this podcast. So yeah,
absolutely,
anything would be cool.
Absolutely, because that guy that I met, he didn't say he enjoyed it. He just said he listened. So it would be nice if somebody said they enjoyed it.
Oh man. But yeah, I think that's it. Any other closing remarks or whatever? We good?
Nope. Just keep an eye out for some of these upcoming movies. We will, as soon as they start dropping, I swear to God. Because I know you were involved in some movies too, weren't you? You weren't in them, but wasn't there a couple that you were helping with or something? Aren't those coming out?
No, what was it? No, there's one I helped shoot in 2019 that they were still selling and trying to get distribution for as well. I think it's actually going to get shown at FrankenCon in Tennessee, which is cool because they're actually dedicating. We become good friends with the guys running it, and we're always sharing their stuff. So like they're wanting to show our movie, the full thing. So it's really cool because we don't have to pay for a viewing, and a lot of people will be there, so they'll hopefully come and watch it. So whenever the dates get closer, we can start yelling at everybody and being like, "Hey, come to this convention and watch our movie."
Absolutely.
So that'll be fun, and it's also really hilarious because I left Knoxville and I left Tennessee to go film a movie, and now the movie I'm working on is going to get shown in Knoxville. It's weird how those things work out.
That is funny. But yes, write in, everyone. And until next time, this is Erica and Nick with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch.